the defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Murray, the lone setback. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rivers on first down. Allen has it left side. And he gets this one all the way. Down inside the 20-yard line. Red zone opportunity. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run. Just a short one there, but guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Second down, 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll pitch it out here. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
First down, he'll drop to throw. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who could make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. The first throw for the backup Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
This is taken at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time. And he's got Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Another pistol look here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Robbie Anderson high in the air to bring it in. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, right?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is Gordon, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And now off to the races down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
A quarterback often has a lot of really good friends on offense to help him do his job. But one of his best friends is anyone who can catch the ball and create yardage after the catch. That run after the catch, the rack, and the ability to break a tackle and make a big play, as we just saw there, quarterback is very friendly with that guy.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard.
And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Phillip Rivers with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this off. Offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. So the D-line's going to spread out. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
One receiver left, three to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Incomplete pass. I'll tell you what, though. Good man coverage, which is... Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw again. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
That boy's got 4 down. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Leopard, Leopard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They come out here in the eye. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 34 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ringo.
On first and 10, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. One receiver left, that's Allen. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. He's going to take another shot here. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. He'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of the tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11.
Patriot.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. And it is incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Osweiler down around his goal line. Going underneath for Gordon. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rivers on 3rd and 2. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Go! No, check! Patriot!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now San Diego getting set to go. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. Uses the stiff arm. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. They'll come out throwing here to start. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Marcel Darius in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And they bring their punter out there now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Third and long for Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 6 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw. Pass incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go. Blue 90.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. So the Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
The throw, 90. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And touchdown. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Rivers now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. 3-19. Gone. Leopard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. And quickly, they get to the line.
So that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to wind up. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Brandon, that's climbing the hill. And not only climbing it, but finally getting to the top and over. What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. I mean, Charles, that was a 3-score deficit at one point that they were facing.
And let's face it, many times teams in that situation, they pretty much pack it in for the game.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with time running out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Here we go now. Green now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson with 4 seconds remaining. And his guys are going to take the lead. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close a game out.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last shot for Osweiler. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And